2015 is a general election year. Yay, politics! This video has been sponsored by V-Inspired and is part of their Swing the Vote campaign, which is a mission to get more 18 to 25-year-olds voting, and so we can get a better deal out of politics. This election is going to be crazy close, and we have the potential to decide the result. In over 25% of the constituencies, there only needs to be a 5% change in the vote for it to alter the outcome. And 18 to 25-year-olds make up 14% of the electorate. We could change the outcome of the election if we turned out to vote. Young people tend to be put off by all of the political jargon, and so The Inspired have asked YouTubers like me to give you a breakdown of 10 of the issues that you voted the most important. And so I am going to be tackling the gap between the rich and the poor. Inequality is one of my least favourite things. I am not a fan, and the inequality in Britain is widening, and it has been for the last 30 years. The richest 1% in Britain has as much wealth as the poorest 55% put together. And the richest 5 families have more wealth than 20% of the population. That's 5 families with more money than 12 million people. None of the big parties are talking specifically about the gap between the rich and the poor, but they have many policies that will affect it. The hot topics that they're talking about at the moment are wages and tax. Everybody loves to talk about taxation because it's such a sexy topic. Yay, tax! The parties have a tricky job. They have to come up with a balance so that workers take home enough money to pay the bills, employers don't have to cut back on staff because they can't afford to pay them, and the government takes in enough money from taxes so it can afford to run things like schools and hospitals. Okay, so let's figure out what the parties are actually saying. Right now, Greens and Labour want to help people with the cost of living by increasing the national minimum wage so that bosses have to pay people more. The flip side of this is that with increased wages, some companies might not be able to take as many people on. The Lib Dems, Conservatives and UKIP reckon rather than forcing bosses to increase wages, you should cut taxes so that people on lower incomes get to take home all of their paycheck. But this means that the government will need to find other ways to raise money in order to pay for public services. When it comes to houses and investments, Labour, the Lib Dems and the Greens want to tax people more if they have multi-million-pound homes. UKIP wants to get rid of all tax on money, property and investments that are inherited. These are just some of the policies, and more are being announced all the time in the lead up to the election. For more detail on where the parties stand, you can check out V-Inspired's guide at vinspired.com/swingthevote. So hopefully you're feeling a little more clued in on what the different parties are offering. Voters under 25 are a huge source of untapped power. There are 6.8 million of us. This is our chance to make the politicians listen to us by using our vote. Sign up to the campaign at vinspired.com/swingthevote and get yourself registered. And on the 7th of May, you can show the politicians what kind of country you want to live in. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know in the comments what you think about all of this politically election stuff. I'm sorry if you're not from the UK and none of this applies to you, but get to know your own country's politics. It's always good fun. Anyways, happy election, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.